Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Welcome to all in Islam and Moral Education class. This is Hasan Yahya, lecturer, Department of Islamic Studies, Milestone College, Dhaka. My dear students, and I think everybody you're fine in your home and you're doing our online class. And I would like to request all of you to start our class. And please, everybody decide Durshab with me. Allahumma Salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad al-Nabiyyi al-Ummiyyi wa alihi wa sallim. Very good, my dear students. And please, everybody, open your book and take your copy and take your pen also. And those you need the important things, necessary things. Please take. And today we'll discuss on chapter 5, lesson 5. Chapter 5, lesson 5. Both are 5. Chapter 5, lesson 5, this is very important. And last class we discussed and the Madani career of Hazrat Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam and the charter of Medina. That was very important. And I told you because just after today's class, today's lecture, you have to attend in MCQ test. So that will be very important. And if you listen, if you watch last class and today's class, and you can hit the answer, you can write, your exam will be very good. And if you don't watch this class, last class and today's class, then your exam will not good. So my dear students, you are cordially requested to watch our class, watch our lecture every day. And today we'll discuss chapter 5, lesson 5. Both are 5. The Hazrat Muhammad sallallahu conquest of Makkah and farewell pilgrimage. Hazrat Muhammad sallallahu conquest of Makkah and farewell pilgrimage, my dear students, you know. And last class we discussed the Madani career of Hazrat Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and there are the charter of Medina, the first written constitution of the whole world, and some principal clauses shown in that class. And I told you to write some clauses and to give me homework. And some students you submitted and some other students you didn't submit. Please, everybody submit your homework. Okay, my dear students, and let's start. And the conquest of Makkah, the Hazrat Muhammad sallallahu conquest of Makkah and farewell pilgrimage. And first of all, you know, the Medina, the environment of Medina is little bit peaceful than Makkah, and the spreading of Islam. And everywhere the spreading of Islam, inviting of Islam, and rapidly happened by Hazrat Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And when our Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam invited people to the light of Islam, to the true deen in Islam, then the whole Arabian people, the outside of Arabian people from the whole world, they got the news about Islam. And you know, the Quraysh of Makkah signed the Hudaybiyah Treaty with Hazrat Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. When it was happened, the time was 628 Christian era. That means the 6th Hijri. The Quraysh, the leaders of Quraysh, they signed with our Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam Hudaybiyah Treaty. Which treaty? Hudaybiyah Treaty. This was the very important. And you know, but Hudaybiyah Treaty when signed by the Quraysh people with our Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, then after 2 years it was broken by Quraysh. After violation of Hudaybiyah Treaty, the Holy Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam went to Makkah with 10,000 followers. With 10,000 followers, he went to Makkah, and just he stayed in short distance from Makkah. And when the Quraysh people, Quraysh and the people of Makkah, they saw the 10,000 people, but they didn't know the exact number of Sahabis, exact number of the companions of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. But they just afraid. There are so many people, they come from Medina. Then Hazrat Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and without any problem, without any murder, without any fight, he conquered Makkah. And it was the great victory of history of the world, history of the Muslim world. And when Hazrat Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam entered the Makkah, and you know there are a lot of enemies of Islam, but Hazrat Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam forgave everyone. Hazrat Muhammad Sallallahu forgave everyone. Hazrat Muhammad declared, La tasriba alaykum al-yawm izhabu fa antum tulaqa. This day has I no accusation against you. You go acquitted and free. Okay, my dear students. So that was the 4 major points in conquest of Makkah. Conquest of Makkah. And when Hazrat Muhammad Sallallahu forgave everyone, then that was the great sacrifice. That was the great example for all Muslim world, for all people of the whole world, for all leaders of the world. So this is very important, my dear students. So again I am telling the 4 major points. Number 1, Hazrat Muhammad Sallallahu is spreading Islam, and everybody invited all people in Medina, everybody coming to Islam and rapidly. Number 2, Hazrat Muhammad Sallallahu, the leaders of Quraysh, they signed with Hazrat Muhammad Sallallahu the Hudaybiyah Treaty. And 628, that means 6 Hijri, and after 2 years, that means 630 Christian era, and 630 Christian era. After 2 years, Hazrat Muhammad Sallallahu wanted to conquest Makkah, and with 10,000 followers, he came to Makkah. Then Hazrat Sallallahu conquest of Makkah. Then Hazrat Sallallahu forgave everyone. Hazrat Muhammad forgave everyone. All those are great enemy of Islam, great enemy of Muslim. But Hazrat Muhammad forgave everyone. This is the great example of Muslim leaders. This was the great example for Muslim world, Muslim leader also. Because and if they realized their mistake, so if any enemy realize his or her mistake, then you can forgive him, you can forgive them. This is the example from Holy Prophet Muhammad. This is the instruction of Islam. Okay, my dear students, and the conquest of Makkah, I gave you 4 points, and I think everybody got the 4 points. And you can see in your screen, and you can note down. Number 1, spreading Islam. Number 2, Hudaybiyah Treaty. Number 3, forgiveness and conquest of Makkah. Have you got my point? Very good, my dear students. And make sure, students, you are not interested to watch this class, watch this our lecture. It is very pathetic. If you don't watch this class, you can't get good marks in a MCQ test. And which students you watch this class, we can understand. So please, everybody, write your code in the comment section. Then I can realize which students you watch this class. Okay, my dear students. Then farewell pilgrimage and address. Farewell pilgrimage and address. You know, when Holy Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu and he conquered Makkah, then he realized that he will not stay long time here. Within very short time, maybe he will go hereafter. So Hazrat Muhammad Sallallahu realized, and he wanted to the last Hajj or the farewell pilgrimage. Hazrat Muhammad Sallallahu, and when all people of the whole world, they are coming to Islam, and people were probably accepting Islam in March after the conquest of Makkah. This message spread everywhere. So that time Hazrat Muhammad Sallallahu realized that he was not designed to live much longer. According to his intent, he performed Hajj in the 10th Hijri. Which Hijri? 10th Hijri. Which Hijri? 10th Hijri. In 632 Christian era. 632 CE. CE, that means Christian era. With this purpose, he proceeded of Makkah for Hajj in the company of more than 1 million Sahabis. More than 1 million Sahabis. How many Sahabis? That means 10 lakh Sahabis. More than 10 lakh Sahabis. In which month? In February of 632 Christian era. In Arabic month is Jilqad. Arabic month is Jilqad. In English month is February. Arabic month is Jilqad. English month is February. How many Sahabis were? More than 10 lakhs. More than 1 million Sahabis. This is what known as the farewell pilgrimage. During the Hajj, all the consorts of the Holy Prophet Muhammad to accompanied him. That means all wives of Hazrat Muhammad, they were with our Holy Prophet Muhammad. And all put on ihram. Ihram, what is the ihram? Ihram, between horse cloths at Zul Huzaifa. And then proceeded towards Makkah on the 9th of Zilhaz. 9th of Zilhaz. Who is day? 9th of Zilhaz. Rasulullah delivered on his speech making address in the Umud congregation on Arafat ground, where Hazrat Muhammad gave his final address at Arafat ground. This address contained eloquent guidance on all issues pertaining to humankind. At the outset, he extended he is nearby Hill of Marchi, that means Jabal Rahmat. Hill of Marchi, Jabal Rahmat. Uttered due praise for Allah the Most High. My dear students, now what was the final address? What was the farewell pilgrimage? And for the final address of Rasul Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, let's start. Number 1, people listen to my words with close attention, for I do not know if I shall be here among you the next year. Number 2, your life and property are sacred to one another, just as this day, place and month are sacred. Remember, all must one day appear before Allah. On that day, each one shall have to furnish account of his or her deeds. O believers, behave gently with your wives. They have got similar rights over you as you have over them. Always guard the amanat of others, abstain from sinful acts, and you shall not exact riba, usury. Do not associate any partners with Almighty Allah, and do not unjustly kill on another. Number 7, remember all Muslims are equal, irrespective of land, color, tribe, and community. Right from this day, tribal superiority is obliterated. The only yardstick of superiority is taqwa, fear of Allah, and good deeds. The most excellent person is he who acquires them by means of noble deeds. Do not commit excesses in matters of religion. Many preceding nations became extinct for that. If a slave becomes a leader for his merit and competence, do not be disobedient to him, rather you pay allegiance to him. Behave decently with both male and female slaves. Feed and dress them as you feed and dress yourself. If any of them commits any unpardonable crime, set him or her free, but you shall not maltreat them, for they too are human beings. I indicate to you very much Allah's creation. All Muslims are brothers of one another, and you are tied unto common brotherhood. And number 10, all superstitions and retaliations of the Jahiliyyah era are now declared void. I leave behind Allah's words and His Rasul's Islam ideal for your guidance. So long as you adhere to this, you shall not go astray. I have been the last of the prophets, and there is no prophet or Rasul subsequent to me. You who are present here today, you shall convey my message to those who are absent here. Okay, my dear students, then our Holy Prophet Muhammad he turned he spoke a loud voice. O Allah, have I been able to convey your words to mankind properly? Instantly a sound arose from the huge congregation of mentors. Most certainly you have accomplished it quite deservedly. Then Rasulullah said, O Allah, you stand as witness to all this. Then after Hazrat Muhammad recited a verse, and Allah in the Holy Quran, Al-yawma akmaltu lakum dinakum wa atmamtu alaykum ni'mati wa raditu lakum al-Islam deena. This day have I perfected for your religion and completed my favors upon you, and chosen for you Islam as the complete code of life. Surah Al-Ma'idah, ayat 3, verse number 3. Surah Al-Ma'idah, verse number 3. Which Surah? Surah Al-Ma'idah, verse number 3. The Holy Prophet Muhammad observed silence for a while. The Grand Assembly too remained silent. That means after reciting the verse, the Holy Muslim remained silent. Also the general people also, they remained silent. Then with a glance of merry and affection to all uttered Al-Wida, that means goodbye. What is the meaning of Al-Wida? Al-Wida, that means goodbye. An inexplicable note of bereavement swept over everybody's heart. That means Muhammad gave some instruction and if we follow that same instruction, then we can lead our life properly and peacefully. My dear students, that was the final address of Holy Prophet Muhammad in farewell pilgrimage. And before we got idea about Conquest of Makka, then farewell address and farewell pilgrimage and final address. And Prophet Muhammad gave some instruction in his address, then we have to maintain that, we have to follow that. And if you get the question, then write down the importance of the farewell pilgrimage and what is the impact of human life. And so if you get a CQ and if you write a question, you have to write the correct answer. Okay, my dear students, you have to the importance of farewell pilgrimage and importance of the final address, the most important topics of final address, and there are a lot of very important and humanity, and there everything is available in final address, my dear students. Okay, now what today, thank you so much, my dear students. After just this class, you have to attend an MCQ test exam, and if you don't attend an MCQ test exam, then it will be very problematic for you, my dear students. Everybody try to attend an exam. Thank you so much, my dear students. Try to respect your teacher, your parents, your and pray for your milestone, pray for your authority, and everybody try to recite Durud Sharif more and more, perform salat timely, and don't waste any time. Allah Hafiz. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.